Hi all. So it's Monday, and as promised, I'll be getting you some off the record content on what's happening in Maharashtra and politics in Maharashtra politics. So yeah, wrote a couple of things last week and this week, which did yield a good response from the readers and all across. And the government took cognizance of my writing, and they did some things which I'm going to tell you, of course. So yeah, it feels nice to be heard and to be acknowledged by people who matter. So to begin with, so first the blog which I wrote today morning, in fact, I wrote on like, will Maharashtra see a change in the chief minister post? I didn't write it just, someone from BJP had called me and told me. I wrote it purely on merit and what is being happening. And so the case is that our chief minister, Uddhav Thackeray, last week underwent a spinal cord surgery, which was quite complicated. And after the surgery, he again went for another surgery because there were blood clots. And now why blood clots were developed is because of, I think, the blood thinners were stopped, obviously, before the surgery for a week or so, and the blood clots did develop. And now what we've heard that the he isn't keeping well, and but all fingers crossed for him to come back in action very soon. And but yeah, he'll be requiring rest and rest for good a month or two. And we all could, our state and any which ways, our chief secretary is getting retired end of this month. So very soon on December 1st, our state will be having no CM and no chief secretary. CM, no, because I think he'll be resting, he'll be taking rest, and chief secretary because he's getting retired. So our state will be basically without the most important people on December 1st. I hope the MVA government addresses this issue. So I just thought of saying that what if Uddhav Thackeray is advised to rest for like 2 months or 3 months? Will the state not have a chief minister? So in that brings the question, like, will there be a change in leadership? Yeah, so a couple of options which came to my mind was, one was like, what if Uddhav Thackeray decides like, now I know I'm going to take it easy, I'm just going to run the show from behind the curtain, and I'm going to hand over the baton to say my son Aditya. But no, Aditya Thackeray too junior for the post, and and there are a lot of senior ministers in our government who I don't think will be comfortable working under Aditya Thackeray. So the next obvious choice, if the Thackeray's decide that the chief minister post should be within the family, or with the the Thackeray surname should be there. So I think Rashmi Vaini, or Rashmi Thackeray, wife of Uddhav Thackeray and mother of Aditya and Tejas, she could be a dark horse, claiming the post. Now this all is, I'm presuming and assuming that Uddhav Thackeray decides to take life a bit easy, because being a chief minister is no mean task. He has to rest now because there is a lot of stress, stress from internal politics in his party, from his partner in the government, from NCP, Congress, that kind of constant pressures, then performance, then this Corona, then this Parambir Singh, a lot of pressures this man took. And I think stress did play an important role of why this was done. And what I heard, actually the spinal cord injury was aggravated because during Diwali he bought a cycle, that machine cycle which we keep it at home, and he was cycling very excessively, and that resulted in a lot of his leg pain, and there's always any which ways problem in his jaw, what I've heard, and shoulders, and so that excessive cycling led to his slight discomfort in his spinal cord. I think that's the only reason I could. And when we all press people meet the chief minister every Diwali, they call us for lunch, and that's where when we learned that Uddhav ji himself told a couple of people that I really apologize. I'm not getting up from my chair and greeting you guys because I'm having terrible leg pain, and the leg pain is because of the cycling which I'm doing. So then I think the spinal cord injury got triggered off, and he had to undergo surgery. I mean, I pray to Lord, that everything is fine and he just comes back, because, there are a lot of complications attached to it. And especially if there are blood clots. So if not Thackeray, then who can claim the post? Like NCP can say, make Supriya Tai, because any which ways the government is completing 2 years in like on the 29th of November. And Uddhav Thackeray can hand over the baton to Supriya Sule. No Ajit Pawar for sure, because I think Supriya Tai will be a hot favorite for the post, contention for the post she'll be making. And yeah, and if not Supriya Sule, then there's always this, when this government was made, they had made this minimum common program. I think they will go accordingly. Like, what if Uddhav Thackeray, backs down? So I'm saying all this if Uddhav Thackeray decides to stay back, take it easy, rest, and hand over his post to someone else. Now, some gossip mongers, just the rumor mill running in the Mantralaya was that why not, or how come if Uddhav Thackeray decides to pull out of the government and joins hand with the BJP again, which I feel is a bit far-fetched, and I don't think Shiv Sena will now come to join BJP and make Devendra Fadnavis the CM and Aditya his deputy, because I think BJP itself won't be accepting that friendship hand, because a lot of water has been passed under the bridge, and I doubt any BJP karyakarta or MLA or even the leadership would want association with Sena. That's what I mean. They have told me behind whenever they call me, like, no, we won't go with Sena or NCP. They want to fight their own battle and election, and they want to come out as a strong one single party, so that cannot be blackmailed or backstabbed as per them. So that's about it. So I wrote this blog about CM's health, and it was very what do you say? I got quite a bit of response from that, and in fact, a few hours later, the Chief Minister office, which is they tweeted about CM's health, that he's undergoing physiotherapy and everything is under normal. I kept my fingers crossed. I'm like, wow, touch wood, should be discharged soon, and he should soon come out. And if not, probably he should rest, take it easy, and then probably get on with the job, or if not, hand over the baton. Any which ways, he's proved to run the government successfully. Yeah, he's been successful in running the show for 2 years now. When people thought that this government would fall like in 1 day, 2 day, 2 months, 6 months, he didn't let it happen, in spite of so much of pressure from a lot of places. So yeah, CMO responded to my blog. I think that's what I would say. I mean, yeah, why not? Because I was the only one who wrote about this and in the morning today. And yeah, if the CMO has responded, that means, and the channels are running breaking news now, which is crap. I mean, it's just false. And so, yeah, they take cognizance of our writing. Second, few days back, I had tweeted that, approximately, and I had written in my blog also, that approximately 50 people and 50 officers, class 1, class 2 officers, IS officers, were planning to go to Dubai to celebrate their New Year's, and half a dozen of ministers are planning to. You know what? So when I wrote this, I tweeted this immediately after 2 hours. The most discussed name and the most famous person now on social media is Nawab Malik, NCP's cabinet minister. He tweeted immediately after 2 hours what I tweeted, that I'm going to go to Dubai, and I've taken all the requisite prerequisite permissions from the government, state government, and the central government. I mean, what was the need? I mean, no one knew about Nawab Malik's Dubai visit until I tweeted. There you go. Second time I was being heard. I think, they take cognizance. Third, where I was again felt important, and my writings and my tweets did reach the right places, is that if you recollect, I had said that the chief secretary of a state would change. Obviously they're getting, Mr. Kunte is getting retired, Sitaram Kunte is getting retired end of this month, and I had said that either it will be Manu Kumar Srivastav, but my money was on Sujata Sonic because of a lot of things. And so after I wrote this blog, guess what? The chief secretary, Sitaram Kunte, he has applied for an extension. So in the past, like in Maharashtra, whenever a bureaucrat retires from the post, they do get 3 months or 6 month extension, depending on how well the equation is, their equation with the chief minister. And the chief minister has to call up tell Delhi, and the Delhi has to approve it. So so Mr. Kunte's file for extension has been approved by the government of Maharashtra after I wrote the blog, and it has gone to Delhi. Now let's see if Delhi approves it. 99.99% they do, but let's see. I mean, if they don't, then Manu Kumar or Sujata Sonic, either of them will be the new chief secretary. So that was about it. Political updates. But yeah, again, I'll come back to that Uddhav Thackeray topic. I felt a bit, sad that when he was getting operated, his wife was by his side. His one son, Aditya Thackeray, a cabinet minister for environment, he was in the UK, where I had exposed that to COP26 thing, exposed in the sense I just wrote a blog and I just posted a pic, which did create a stir. And yeah, he was in the UK at that time. And so 17th November marks that anniversary of the great leader, Sri Barasaheb Thackeray. The son, Uddhav ji, he was in the hospital. Daughter-in-law Rashmi was by his side at the hospital. And Aditya was in the UK. So at the memorial, all we could see was thousands of Shiv Sainiks paying their respect to Sri Barasaheb Thackeray. And only Tejas Thackeray was standing there. I felt a bit odd, like Aditya could have chose a later date, or he could have flown in just for that day, because it was such a big day for the Sainiks and for the family. Anyways, let's see. Now, on the 29th of November now, so this government completes 2 years of its formation. Let's see if Uddhav ji, as per what the CMO has claimed, the Chief Minister Office has claimed that he's doing fine, he's doing his physiotherapy. If he makes an appearance, I think the CM would like to address the state on the 29th. So let's see what he does. And yeah, let's pray. Yes, let's all get united and pray for his health. Yeah, see, we might have political ideologies and we might differ on many of them, but at the cost of someone's health. I'm sure no one, supports that thing that no, iska acha nahi hona chahiye, uska bura hona chahiye, uska. No, I'm not of that view. I'm a journalist, but even though like I have my own set of priorities and own set of ideologies, I don't, wish or pray anything ill against anything, especially in the health part. Yeah. So I wish you speedy recovery, Uddhav ji, and yeah, may you come back as a CM. Only you come back, because otherwise it will be, a very tricky situation for the state, which is already in doldrums. And I hope you come back and be a part of the action plan soon of making our state run on its feet once again. Yeah, that's about the political updates. And Bollywood, nothing great in Bollywood has happened except that Anushka Ranjan got married to that Aditya Seal. Many of you, I'm sure, don't know who these guys are. So one is the daughter of that Sashi Ranjan and best friend of Alia Bhatt. Yeah. So she got married to Aditya Seal, who was in that Student of the Year 2. That was the only update, I think, which happened in Bollywood. Rest, movies and all are happening. Big Boss is happening. Crap shows. Yeah. Nothing major, or I didn't see any series or nothing. Everything is going fine, I think, in Bollywood also. They are lying low. And yeah, Nawab Malik is in Dubai. So time being, the media is quite free. And they all are running helter-skelter for some breaking news. If Uddhav Thackeray is going to come back today or tomorrow, I wish them luck. And yeah, it's me signing out. Yeah. And I'll keep you updating if anything great again turns up. All right. Thank you.